Welcome to Pep Talks. The people who transform the world and touch heaven are those with strong values. Values they are willing not only to live for, but even to die for. I'm getting increasingly concerned that the only thing that seems important to people in my generation or who are alive today is stuff. Things you can feel and touch, especially money and possessions. But values are more important than valuables. I just realized that it's been 60 years since Nelson Mandela made those profound statements at the Rivonia trial. It was April 1964. This is 2024, I'm shooting this video in. And those words have reverberated throughout history. He said to the people that were trying him that all his life, I'm summarizing, all his life he's cherished the ideal of a free society, a democratic society with equal opportunity for all people, no matter what your race is. And then he said, this is an ideal that I have lived for, but if need be, I am prepared to die for. He ended up spending 27 years in prison because of what he believed in. But we wouldn't know Mandela, we wouldn't even think about it. We wouldn't even become the man that touched the world the way he did, transformed his people and indeed the entire planet, but for this kind of standing for his values and being willing to die for them or be imprisoned for them. I think of a certain man in the Hebrew scriptures. His name was Naboth. He was an ordinary man, ordinary citizen. And then the king at that time had this idea to build a vegetable garden. And you can find the story in the Hebrew Bible, in First Kings 21. And so the king went to Naboth and said, hey, I want to make a vegetable garden. I know you have a vineyard. It's close to my place. Give to me, I'll pay you full price for it. Ask whatever price, or I can even give you a better one. But Naboth said, no, there's no way I'm going to do that, because this is not just an asset. It is something I inherited from my forefathers. I'm not just going to give it away. I'm not just going to sell it. He held on to his value. And guess what? In the end, he got killed for it. But we won't even be talking about the story of an ordinary citizen called Naboth, but for the fact that he lived and died for what was really important to him and what he believed in. What about you? What do you really believe in? People ask me all the time, what are values? Because almost everything is called a value these days. No, a value is what you value. A value is what's important to you. That is so important to you that you're not only willing to live for, but you're also willing to die for. Maybe share in the comments your one or two top values. And I sure do hope that it's not just talk, because talk is cheap, but that you will truly be willing to live for that value and die for it.